To say that there's any sinful state that is stronger than the blood of Christ is to insult the cross. No one can out-sin God's grace. You could be in the lowest place in your life, blew up your marriage, walked away from God, drug addict in the street. You could be shooting up heroin right now. Somebody could be listening, like the dope fiends I used to be serving on Farmers Boulevard in Queens when I used to be selling dope in the crack house. And come to yourself in that moment and be like, God, you know what? If you exist, I'll surrender myself to you right here. I don't know what I need to say, but I just had enough. And I ask you to please deliver me from this dark place. And God is loving enough and gracious enough to hear the prayer of the person who's humble and who's honest and who's straightforward. And he's loving enough to meet somebody exactly where they are. The lie the devil tells us is that you got to clean yourself up before you come to God. And because of that, you have a lot of people who have interest in God, but they think God can never use somebody like me. And so what we do is we attempt to try to clean up ourselves before we come to him. And that's a failing mission. That is an exercise in futility. What is more glorious is to be at the very bottom, like sitting in a prison cell in Rikers Island, and say, you know what, I'm fed up, and cry out to God. And if anybody cries out to God from the basement of their soul right where they are, I think God is loving enough, just enough, and kind enough to meet them right where they are. There is no place so dark that God cannot meet a person in that dark space.